Welcome back to another episode of Unhinged Bookish Thoughts. It's Valentine's Day, baby.
Yay.
Woo! It's the month of love.
Love.
This episode is going to be couples, our bookish couples that we just can't get enough of. We're celebrating love, and what better way than to talk about the male main characters and female main characters that we swoon over.
Yes,
that's what it's all about.
Yes, and all the love.
I'm excited to see what couples that you have, because we swoon usually over the same, but our contemporary couplings are usually pretty different. So
yeah,
I think
I definitely go for the more golden retriever ones than you do.
Yeah, that's true. I usually don't like it when they're nice for some reason.
And I'm like, give me the sweetheart. I need the one that's got the jokes.
Yeah.
But also filthy mouth. I mean, I don't know
Love a
who
filthy
else
mouth.
fits that one, but
it is funny that I normally don't go for, well, I do go for the nice guys. Inherently, they're nice guys. But like my partner is like the epitome of
a golden retriever. Yes.
So that's funny.
Very much so.
I kind of have mine categorized out. It's okay if you don't. But
I don't know.
Should we? What if I start by doing like romantasy, and then you can throw out yours? So, and we will have crossovers because, like I said, listen, I usually, and for people that are just listening, we will make sure that we have the title of the book, obviously, the author, that kind of thing. But for our visual audience as well, we will try and hold up the copy of the book so you can.
Yes. Because we were like extra prepared. We were like, you know what? Yeah. We have books. We have them.
Literally, we are surrounded by them and we never show them. So
we never have them.
My first one, believe it or not, is a YA. Okay, I'm going to say this too. There's going to be a range of like spice levels with these books. Some will be YA, some will not. That kind of thing. Again, read what you want, don't be a dick. We say it all the time, every episode. Especially now, let's stop smut shaming people. It's crazy to me that we have to continually repeat
ourselves. Like, hey, stop shaming people for what they read.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
it's wild.
To start, this is going to shock you. Mine is a really not spicy one at all. It is more of like a young adult-esque romance. It's one of the first romantasy genre books that I read when I started reading. So this is one that I have held on to for a long time. It's the Iron Face series, which I have mentioned before. But the couple is Megan and Ash. The book I'm holding is The Iron Knight, and this is more Ash's story of him, like, finding his way back to Megan. It's, like, incredibly closed door. It's insinuated in one of the books that they, get after it a little bit, but they're younger characters, so it's not, like, a sexy read. If you're looking for spice, I wouldn't recommend this for spice, obviously, but for pure, like, world building and, like, romance, this is a really cute one.
So, it's like, good. Tension and love between the characters. Like, they fit that, like, that need, right? We want the characters that we feel their love. We feel, like, the drive to be together, and so those definitely fit that.
It's really like an adorable first love situation, and first love, last love kind of thing, but super cute, love it. Good little romantasy book for all ages.
Love it. I'm gonna do the one that I know we have a crossover on first.
Okay.
If I can do it without knocking stuff over here. Let me move this one out of the way. I got one, but it's kind of the obvious pick. This one. So first one for me would be Throne of Glass, and we're gonna do it'd be 2 on this one. So my favorite couples in this series entirely, and this goes across it. I don't know if you can even see above me. I've got my new dust jackets for my another set of Throne of Glass because I need Dorian and Manon, and Aelin and Rowan. I love the character developments, their relationship developments. They are exactly what each other needs. When they need someone soft, they are. When they need that, like, get your shit together. I just love the dynamics between these characters and how they are, how they start, how they finish. All of it. They are my favorite.
We love how they finish.
Yeah, we
love how they finish.
Every time.
And for anybody that hasn't read Throne of Glass, most people have, but it's not like ACOTAR, where ACOTAR is more like romance heavy. Throne of Glass isn't really romance heavy. Rowan and Aelin give the touch him and die vibes.
Yeah.
Ooh, I was kind of late to the game with Manon and Dorian. I don't think I appreciated them so much the first time around, just because of how hard I was like, Rowan and Aelin have my heart.
Yes.
So.
And I will say, Dorian and Manon have grown on me since I've read the book.
Yeah.
Since I've read the series. And so over the last, it's been 2.5 years now, I've like fallen more in love with the characters, not even reading it, like just thinking about their story and like how they develop and like how Dorian is in like Assassin's Blade all the way through Kingdom of Ash. And I'm like, also like the banter. Okay, the things that Dorian does, especially like in the later part of the series, crack me up. And Manon just not having any of it, being like, what are you doing? And he's like, nothing. And it's like, yeah, that's what we love about him. So easy one, easy pick. Yeah. It is considered, I think it's a new adult now. There's a little bit of spice later on in the series, but definitely not like to the level of ACOTAR.
Right. I agree. Yeah. Love it. And side note, we will be doing rereads in the future of Throne of Glass and ACOTAR. So I'm really excited to see our feelings all over again of falling in love with them.
Yeah.
Next is one that we are getting spicier in my like romantasy section. I don't have a lot of YA, but next is A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows by Holly Renee. The couples on this are Wren and Adara.
I think so. It's been a while since I read the series, but yes. I specifically remember reading that series at a coffee shop.
Oh.
Because I had the day off. I read... That's terrible, isn't it? I didn't have my Kindle at the time. It was, I don't know, 2023? Yeah, because I was on TikTok. Or no, I was on Instagram. And I had my Kindle, or my tablet that I have right here. And I had it set up on the table, and I was eating breakfast at a local cafe.
Is it funny that I oddly remember this because you told me you were at your favorite place?
And I was reading it on this in the middle of public.
Also, that's a massive tablet to just be like sitting and reading smut.
I'm cool like that. What can I say?
Yeah. I would say, I think it's Adara. Adara and Wren. Wren is like filthy shadow daddy. We love to see it. Kind of a little bit forbidden. Forbidden in the sense of like it's...
I would definitely say it's forbidden.
Yeah, it's not like taboo. It's just like not the right person that she's supposed to be with. So 10 out of 10. If you like the type of fantasy where it's not super heavy, really good for you.
Yes. And they have a lot of tension because she isn't supposed to be with him. Like she's, I think it's in like the blurb or whatever, like she has somebody else she's arranged to, and it's not him.
His brother.
Another one that's an obvious for me, Hades and Persephone.
Oh, I was gonna
have the special editions behind me.
I was hoping you grabbed them because I wanted to put them on. They're right behind me too. They're right there.
Hades and Persephone. I love them. Hades.
We just talked about how we wanted to do a reread of them, but we're trying to stay on task with like all of our buddy reads.
Oh. I was like, I want to do it so bad. Like, I may end up rereading in March. Not gonna lie.
I'm telling you,
I want to read so bad.
the way that he like yearns for her, I cannot even like.
I love, everyone's like, oh, Persephone's so annoying. Yeah, she's annoying. I get that. But if you like read through the series, and I haven't finished it because I don't know if I can handle reading chaos. I know it's going to devastate me. And so I
Wait,
love how she grows with him. What?
it's gonna devastate us?
Yeah, because it's the end of the series.
Okay, but like,
I don't want to say goodbye to them.
okay, because I haven't finished it either because I also didn't want to like end
I don't-
it. But when you said
No.
it'll destroy us, I got scared.
Well, I mean, if you read the one before it, yeah, it could get really bad. But I haven't seen any spoilers on it. I've been doing really well. But I love her growth. Okay? That's my favorite
Yes.
thing. Like, she's a very sheltered, weak FMC, very annoying, very what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, she has no like confidence in herself or like her
Yeah.
abilities. And he's like, let me worship you.
She really comes into herself
Yes, very much so.
as she's coming. You know
You
what I mean?
So, and it's because like if you love, like, here's the thing, if you love Rhysand and Farah, and now he helps Farah like grow and learn and become who she is, I don't know how you can look at these two and say that you don't feel the exact same way.
Yeah. Persephone can read though, so like a little less.
But she can't use her powers.
It's so true. So true.
So
And reading is a power.
it is a power. I love these two. I cannot wait to reread. I just love Scarlett in general in her writing. So even like a King of Battle and Blood, love them, but Hades and Persephone are definitely my favorite.
Yeah. We are big into like yearning and men that like fall to their like the women's feet. We're big into that. So
I've also always been a fan of Hades and Persephone, their story in general, and I'm a huge Greek mythology nerd. Obviously, I have the tattoo on my back, and like there's a lot of Greek mythology inspired in my book. So for that one and like the spice, and that was really my like introduction to like the spicy romantasy kind of books, and so stole my heart. Absolutely love them. I will battle for them.
Yes. This one is not going to shock you. I wonder if you can guess what it's going to be.
Lights Out.
No. The Book of Azrael.
Yep.
By Amber Nicole. I will talk about this every chance I get. I'm sure I've talked about it at least 100 times on the podcast. Samkiel and Diana, Holy Mother of God. I would even compare them to Hades and Persephone. But also not. I would just say in the way that
she's a stronger FMC though.
She's a badass, and she's like start to finish, she is a fucking powerhouse. I would just say that the way that they love each other is very intense. Samkiel really like unlocks some things in Diana, vice versa. Jesus Christ, I could talk about them for hours. I can't wait for you to read these books. I know it's your reward.
It's my reward, yep.
For a certain goal, but damn, if you guys love like a completely unhinged female main character, and I don't know how to describe Samkiel, but just fucking hot, just these two clashing and going at it, it's perfection.
I heard the term burnt cinnamon roll recently, and I wanted to know if he was, where he's like kind of nice, but he's also like kind of morally gray and will like murder people.
So Samkiel is not morally gray. I would describe it. No, he's very much like, he is called the world ender, but he's one that he doesn't really want to hurt people. Not really. I mean, he'll fucking do it if he needs to, especially for Diana. But she is very much like burn the world down type of, the female.
Yes.
Hot. Very good.
I mean, I have the special editions right over there at the end of my Moonlight shelf that I have going on over there.
Right here is her, and shout out to Liz, she sent me the Moonlight editions. I have not even unwrapped them because I don't want to.
You're like, I don't want to touch them.
They are in the plastic on that shelf.
Still. Yep, they're right over there. Now we have matching ones. I will shift gears just because I have my stack over here. So next I have Lights Out. Josh and Ali. Love
our
them.
babies.
Our babies.
Boom. They get hearts.
Love them. This is the probably smut edition of Lights Out for anybody who wants to see it. So yes, adore them. Love their banter. Hilarious.
I would say, and I think you might agree, Lights Out, we had a whole episode about it. But for people that want to dabble in dark romance but want to like kind of ease their way into it, I would definitely recommend this.
I'm not a dark romance girly and I love this book.
It's so good.
Love it. Especially the audiobook.
Oh.
Hell yeah. Audiobook.
So fucking good.
Jacob Morgan. Yes.
Oh. It's like fun banter. They have really sexy fun banter connection all the way. Okay.
I love her too. I love Ali. And it's like she is smart. Like, you know how hard it is to find a smart FMC? And I think that's probably why I don't read a lot of dark romance, because a lot of the time the women are just like, They're not
and he's like really smart and sexy and hot, and he has a mask, and like I'm telling you.
And he's a thirst trap man.
Oh God,
so
it's great. It's everything I want.
Everything we want. It's great. And like the power dynamic between the two, like when they first start like talking, it's like, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna stalk you, but I'm also gonna do all these nice things for you. It's like, okay.
He's a very mindful stalker, very sweet.
He is very mindful.
So this is great that you did Lights Out, because I have 3 like dark romances. So this one is gonna be questionable. Ariel's gonna be like, hell yeah, Carrie. Little Stranger. This is by Leah Rivers. Okay, the couple in this. Okay, it's Olivia and Malachi. I hope I'm saying his name right, but it's Malachi when I read it, so I think so.
It's Malachi.
This is
I'm not allowed to read it, but I know the character's name.
It is a stepbrother romance. Liz isn't allowed to read it because she doesn't fuck with that, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. If you don't fuck with that, it's taboo.
I've been told by people I trust not to read it. So.
Yes, she wouldn't appreciate it. So
no,
this is a good one. This is a dark taboo romance. So please check the trigger warnings. And again, stepbrother romance. I understand that that's wild to some people, but this is a very good 10 out of 10. It's not very, very long. There is a second book, but it's hot. I fuck with it. So be nice. Be nice.
You're like, yes, hot. They have a lot of like tension though, if I remember from what you and Ariel were saying. Like the tension between them is like explosive style.
Yeah. If you've read it, all I'm going to say is the tent scene. I had to like pause because it was so intense and hot. And I was like, whoa, I was not expecting.
You're like, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And this, I didn't put these in the correct order, so I will skip ahead to this one and then I'll come back to that one. Okay. 2 Twisted Crowns and 1 Dark Window. You have Elsbeth in Raven, and then Elm in Ione. I love Elm. I adore Elm. And then Raven and Elsbeth. Elsbeth is just amazing. The tension between them, phenomenal. These are NA. So there is spice, but like not to some of the degrees like the other ones. But Raven has a famous line where he looks at Elsbeth and he goes, "Can I kiss you on your lips?" And she's like, "Aren't you already?" He's like, "Not those ones." And she's like, "Excuse me?"
Okay, but can I say a side note for that? It's hot, but could you imagine someone being like, "Can I kiss your puss lips?"
Yeah, right? But I think for these characters, like, it's so, like, it fits them so well, because he's, like, trying not to be like, "Hey, I want to lick your pussy." And she's like, I don't know, like, what are we... and he's like, I want to like take this further, and so he's like easing her into it. And then you have Elm, who's like, I'm gonna rock your world, honey bun.
Yes.
I loved him in the first one, and then Elm was like, there's a lot of stuff that happens, but Elm in this one is like one of the primary like POVs, and I'm just like, oh honey, I don't think I could love you more. But yes, love these books. Shout out to Ariel for getting me the I think she got me this one, I think. That one for my birthday, and then I got this one. So these are the Fairy Loot Special Edition. I love this series so much. I have this copy, the Barnes & Noble exclusive, and then I also have a paperback version of this one for when I was doing comps of In the Shadows. So love it. Love this. The tension, the like, the gothic vibes in this one. Oh, so good. Read these. We're gonna read these together.
Okay, you're gonna agree with me on this one.
Most likely.
I don't know if it's on your stack, but
I don't have it on my stack.
Leather and
honestly,
Lark.
I didn't feature either of those books because I was like, Carrie's probably gonna have them.
I struggled because I was like, who do I love more? Did I like Butcher? But Leather and Lark, Lachlan really did it for me. And the bonus scene.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that one.
I can't stop thinking about it. So Lachlan and Lark, this is a dark romance. But again, this one feels like a playful dark romance. Would you agree? Like,
I think they're labeled as like rom-coms, like dark rom-coms.
Yeah. There is dark themes. Like, don't go into
serial
this
killers
thinking this is a walk in the park. But grumpy, kind of sunshine.
Yeah.
Vibes. And like I said, the bonus chapter is something that I think about at least 26 times a day.
All the time.
So, very hot. We love Leather and Lark.
I love them. It's funny because Lark is so unassuming. And then Lachlan starts to figure things out and he's like, what's this? And she's like, nothing. And he's like, you're a psychopath. And
It's also the way that Lachlan is like this big brooding guy, but he's like such a softie too.
He is.
And we love that. We love murderous male main characters that have a soft side.
We do. And actually that transitions really well into my next one. Which is Lana and Logan of the Mindfuck series. This is my special edition I just got. This is what
I need to read this because you love.
It's so good. It's so good. I will reread it. I'm going to do the audiobook on it, so I will gladly reread it. But yes, so good. She's a serial killer. He's an FBI agent. It's fantastic. The like banter between them. And I was like, why don't I use this as a comp for In the Shadows? Because she's the morally gray one. And he's the one that's like the good guy. And he's trying to find out the serial killer that's happening in this. And then they go on a date and it's so funny because she's like, oh, she's so hot.
Is this spicy?
Yes.
Okay.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how spicy because I like the entire series, like the story to it. So, but yes.
I think the last few, just so everybody is aware, the spice level is spicier. So I just want to try.
It's like a lot of they get spicy, but got the back with the characters on it.
That's a beautiful addition. I need to add that to my TBR. Maybe I'll try and read that in March.
Yeah, I'll reread it with you. We can do a full episode on them.
Do the Mindfuck and Hades and Persephone. Just have a fun ass March. That's so cute. I'm into that.
But yes, this one, read it.
Next up, an author that I so fucking desperately want to come on this fucking podcast. Dani, we love Dani, but the coupling is Nova and Kian. This is like a dark mafia romance.
Yes.
Nova is hysterical. I love her. She has like a sex toy company.
Yeah.
And Kian is in the mafia and he's just hot.
They're
so hot.
The banter. the banter.
And Dani
Laughing.
actually,
So good.
Dani has a new book coming out, so we have to get her on.
We do. Yep.
But yeah, just very swoon-worthy couple. It's just, I don't even know what else to say. Yeah, it's good. I would say the spice is spicing. It's not like a super dark romance, though.
No.
Just so everybody's...
No. I love them, so you know that it's not dark.
There is 3 books to this, just so everybody knows.
And Dani did those covers herself.
She did. She's incredible. Dani's hilarious.
She's
great. She's super supportive. A great indie author to go and support. So
yes. We love Dani.
Love you, Dani.
I'm shocked it didn't make the heart emojis go off on your side.
Give Dani a heart. I'm so upset. Oh,
there we go.
Dani, it's for you.
Yes.
I would say, just so you know, I don't have any more romantasy and dark. I more have like sport and contemporary now. So if we can't go back and forth, that's fine. Just so you know.
I think it'll be fine. Because most of mine are going to be, most of mine are fantasy. I have one contemporary. So.
Okay.
My next one, Divine Rivals.
Yeah.
I love them. Roman Kit. He's fantastic.
We love a guy named Rowan.
Yeah, I mean, because it's Iris, right? Yeah. I always feel like I forget most characters' names. I'm like, yeah, I love the vibe. I love them. He's the definition of like, if he wanted to, he would.
Yeah.
Roman Kit. Rivals to lovers, the tension between them, the like secrets. It's fantastic. This is considered YA, so it's closed door. But I love this duology. I love Rebecca Ross in general. One of my we'll talk about in like other books to read eventually for romance. It's just read anything by Rebecca. They're fantastic. She did a course through the Writers Conservatory or something like that, and I took it. She's fantastic. Like the way she builds the worlds and like the characters and the dialogue and stuff is so mind-boggling to me. And I'm like, no wonder I'm obsessed with your writing and like your characters and how they like you can feel the depth of their love. Fantastic. There's a reason this is great.
This was one of those books because again, like YA is hit and miss for me, but it was very like heart clenching. The romance was. It was very like beautiful and in a progressive like build. But also like the book itself is like really kind of fucking like intense thriller.
Yeah. It's I think it's considered a romantic fantasy because the romance is technically a subplot and it's mostly fantasy. And so but you wouldn't know that because it's got so much like depth to like each part of it. And it's like, you know, there's a war going on, there's like gods involved, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's so good. Yeah. Love it.
And normally I love to read like romantic things, but you know it's good when I was like everything else was pulling me in. It wasn't a focus.
Yes.
So with that, I'm gonna go to one that we both just recently read. Deep End.
Yep.
By Ali Hazelwood.
That is here.
Look how it's so pretty. I love the inside art. Can we talk about how sexy that inside art is? Him gripping her. Okay, so the couple for this is Scarlett and Lucas. We have many feelings about this book. 90% positive. I'm going to tell you. Lucas is hot as fuck. Lucas is got me thinking about things all the time. He nerdy swimmer boy.
Love a nerdy
man, oh my god, he's good.
Love it.
Scarlett, she's good. That's why I put her on this list. There were some things about Scarlett that I was like, okay girl. Okay girl. I will say the spiciest book for Ali Hazelwood, and I want to like preface this because it's a whole thing on the internet right now. Ali marketed this as one of her most spicy books.
Yes.
She
Yes,
did
she
not mislead anybody when
No.
it comes to how much sex was going to be in this book. With that, if you don't mind, another one of my couples.
That is
it
over
on
there
you?
as my, like, not couples, but because I figured you were gonna, but I was gonna put it in my, like, recs of, like, romance books to read, is Love Theoretically. I have it over there in my stack.
Yeah. The difference between these, she knew that she was going to go off with the sex on this one.
Yes.
There is sex in her other books, though. Like, just so
Yeah.
everybody knows, that happens.
Yeah.
It's not like closed door, but it's usually like one, maybe two.
Those two are by far her spiciest.
They be fucking in this book.
Yeah. Do you know what I commented on someone's post today, and I said it's diet BDSM.
Yeah.
Because it's not like everyone's like, oh my god, it's such like heavy BDSM. I'm like, it's not. Okay.
Yeah. And
it's not.
And we'll be nice and say that this could be a level of BDSM that some people it's extreme for them. Yeah. But
it's the reason this has a BDSM trigger in it is because it could be considered BDSM to some people. And so
right. So if this seems like really intense BDM for you, that's fine. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Just for us and what we read, this was kind of like a lower level for us.
It was hot as shit, though.
God damn. God damn. I'm telling you.
You know what it is? Those two are... So Jack is the MMC in Love Theoretically, and then you have Lucas in Deep End. They're both consent kings.
Yes.
And one thing we love, and maybe we should do an entire podcast episode of just consent kings, because I love a consent king who is like, I need to make sure that you are in this. We have our safe word. We have our light system. We have everything we know that we're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah. And I would honestly say a lot of, in fact, all of them that Ali writes usually do tend to be consent kings. Lucas, he was really about like checking in.
Those two are like upper levels.
Yes. Lucas and Scarlett in Deep End, and then Jack and Elsie in Love Theoretically.
Adore them.
Love Theoretically, it's like a feuding, fake dating type of situation.
Yeah.
So I killed two birds with one stone, but yes, both of those amazing.
Love them. Next one for me, and this goes for the entire trilogy, but it's going to be Blythe and Eris, or aka Life, in Wisteria. I love Signa and Death as well. But specifically, I love these two because their story broke my heart in the end. And I was like, no. You never have like a story when it's ending and you're like, it's only a few pages left. And you're just like, this is not how it's supposed to go. That's not how it's supposed to go.
Yeah. Can I hold a mirror and show the author of one of those books? Yeah, I do know that, Liz.
You mean this one? I love like Death and Signa have their own like back and forth and banter. This is an arranged marriage, and it is like there's a lot of like, it's hard to explain without like giving it away, but there's a lot of, it's like a murder mystery through the entire trilogy, and this one she has to like marry him.
Hot.
To like make a deal. She has to marry him. But stuff comes out and things get revealed and you're like, what is going on here? But the dynamic between these two is like so good. I adore them. The tension, the like, I want to hate you, you're an asshole. And then he's like, I'm gonna make you love me.
I love that. Okay.
It's so good.
Okay,
I love Death. Death is great. Eris is technically his brother.
Are these like standalones, but they're connected?
No.
Because like, is Belladonna part of this, right?
Belladonna's the first one. So it's Belladonna, Foxglove, and then Wisteria. And then she has another one coming out this year, which is, I think, a novella. Like a pre-novella to these ones. And it's called Holly. I hope you're reading that. So, but
I do have Belladonna. Yeah, because you told me that I have to read Belladonna.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was
They're so
confused.
good.
I was confused by like the spice level of
It's
Belladonna,
like-
but you were like
It's spicy, but it's not like... I feel like Divine
erotica.
Rivals and this have the similar spice levels.
Okay.
Like, maybe a little bit more. Because, I mean, he's death. He doesn't have a physical body.
Right. Kind of
So how? How's it gonna get her off?
I kind of like that.
You gotta like that. Because he's like, he'd be a shadow daddy, right? We like the shadow daddies. But life, and it's just good. I love all of them. Read the series. Read the entire trilogy. There we go.
I love it.
Next one.
My next one is not. We're gonna go for a cowboy. Yeehaw.
Cowboy, baby.
Cowboy. The couple of this is Rhett in Summer. He's like a bull rider. Honestly, I kind of can't fucking remember what she does. Oh, she's a PR. She works in PR. That's what it is.
I can't fucking remember.
I couldn't kind of remember, but she works in PR. He's kind of got like a shitty personality. My dogs are attacking each other.
They agreed with you that he had a shitty personality.
But yeah, she comes in to like fix up his like what the fuck ever. I don't know how to describe this. Yeah, thank you. Fighting for my life a little bit. I've been doing so well up until this point. But yeah, sexy cowboy. And this man, Rhett, got me into cowboys. Because remember there, you lost me for a little bit. Because I was like...
You were gone. I've watched you currently in the hockey romances.
Yeah. Oh, I am balls deep in hockey
romances. You are hucking around, and that's...
I am hucking around. I'm fist deep in...
You are.
I'm loving that.
Stick deep, and that makes more sense.
I am stick deep in that.
You were stick deep in there.
But yes, if you love spicy cowboys, he's a praiser, and I love that. I love praise. But yeah, Summer and Rhett, very hot, spicy, and we love to see it. If this is like book one from Elsie Silver, there's several, but he has been my favorite. Which I think he's usually, I wouldn't say the lowest. Everybody likes him, but not usually people's favorites. But he's mine.
Oh, interesting. Next one, I'm going to do contemporary romance, which is shocking for me. But Sage in Fisher from Savor by Tarah Dewitt.
I knew you were doing this one.
The tension between them, the library scene, and then like the canoe, all of them.
I'm telling you. Liz will talk about books, and then she moves on. Yeah. She has never moved on from this book.
I will never move on from
love this book.
If I get the chance to meet Tarah and have her, I have 2 books that I have physical copies of, and I get like signed, I'm not going to be able to speak. I'm going to be like, it's like when I met Ali.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Liz met Ali, everybody. Liz met Ali.
My Love Theoretically, I brought that down because I was going to show it, because I've got her signature on that one. And then you have Ariel, who was all like, oh yeah, I have an AO3. And she's like, oh, here's my username. And I'm over there like...
Deer in headlights. Ariel was like, hey, what's up?
Hi, I love fanfics. And I'm like, I don't read fanfics. But I do have a bachelor's degree in science. And like, I didn't say anything. I just said there, But love these ones. I love them. I bought this for Carrie because I needed her to read it, so...
And I did read it, everybody. And I, for once, I read a book that Liz wanted me to. That's on record. It doesn't happen often. No, but I did read this one. And I loved it. It was good. This one has you in an absolute chokehold, though. I don't read contemporary romance. That's like the funniest thing is I don't read it, and this one has me. And I couldn't tell you why. It's Tarah. It's her writing. I don't know what it's funny. The banter is like partly dry humor. It's my favorite. I will say, like, you have reactions, but this one literally had you kicking your feet and giggling. I wish I could find the voice memos from you swooning so hard, because it does not happen all that much.
I was like, oh my god. Because I got an ALC, I think, is what it was for this one. And then I had reached out to Tarah because I was like, I just need to know if I can love. I fucking love you. Because I also then immediately after this, I read one of her other books called Funny Feelings. That's on my other list of books to rec. And I wanted to know if she was on the spectrum, if she had ADHD. And then Tara's like, hey, well, I have you. Do you want a copy of Cop Out that is being re-released? And I was like, yes, ma'am, I do. And I read that and I loved it too. I've read 3 books by her and I cannot get enough.
I love that.
That says a lot for me in contemporary romance. I do not read contemporary romance. I don't even know what I read, honestly.
This year, it's like literally majority of what the fuck I'm reading.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm reading. Honestly, this wonderful, beautiful. My brain is stuck on the library scene when he pins her to the bookshelf, and I'm just like, read it, love it.
The next one that I have is The Learning Hours. How to Date a Douchebag, The Learning Hours by Sarah Nye. I read this book every month. Every single month.
That's the one you always read.
I literally read it every month. If I am especially in a book funk, boom, pull this one out. Rhett and Laura, this is a wrestling romance. What I met Sarah and I had a interesting moment because I was like,
Did you
I don't know
have
what
a
the fuck
conversation with her?
Literally, I went to a book signing where there were so many amazing authors. I went to her table, got it to sign, had a panic attack, had to leave. I am surrounded by amazing authors, but I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, that'd be me.
So yeah, and I just got PR from Sarah. That was so nice. But
love it.
I will tell you.
Wait, is that the one that you just got that you were showing us in the Snapchat?
Yeah.
Is that from Sarah? Oh, okay. Okay, now I'm connecting the dots. No, another one.
Yeah, the other one, but yes.
The same author, though.
Yes.
That was a great PR kit, too.
Yeah, she was so
fantastic.
Cute. She sent me this.
Yeah.
It goes on your little finger.
So funny.
But, yeah, wrestling romance, which I don't think there's a ton of wrestling romances out there.
I was kind of shocked that that's a wrestling one. You never see wrestling romances.
I will tell you, I think what I love about this, banter is amazing. Sarah has amazing comedic timing. But why I love Laurel and Rhett is because he is kind of like an unconventionally hot. Does that make sense? Like the way that he's described, he's obviously got, this kind of body, six-pack abs. Yeah. But the way that it's described is that he himself doesn't have like drop dead gorgeous features, but he is drop dead gorgeous. Like I am smashing hard with him. But yeah, it's like really fun, playful. You kind of get a little pissed at Laurel at the beginning, but everything comes together and it's hot, and I think about it every month because I read it every month.
And she does. Like that's not a lie. She reads it all the time.
Every
to
single
the point
month.
that I'm like, do I need to read this just so I know what you're talking about? Probably.
No, but can you read it?
Probably.
Can you please read it?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Yes.
Probably not like this month because I think I've got at least one buddy read next week. And I think we're supposed to be reading. We've got like 2 books we're supposed to be reading.
Bump it up.
Because I'm like, how many books are we supposed to read? And I keep thinking it's later in the month, but it's not. I'm like, I've got so many books. I have to read this month. So I'm gonna make it happen. Next, and this is my last one. If I don't get, not technically, I have one more, but it's kind of a cop out. So
I'll bring it up if it's what I think you're bringing up.
Yeah. So this one is one of my favorite books, and it is Wren and Heiress this is E.M. Leander. I never pronounce her last name right. I should probably just tell her to send me a voice memo so I pronounce her name correctly. But E.M., I adore her. I was like, ma'am, I need the books. So I ordered the first one off of Amazon. But she didn't have the other ones in hardcovers, and I was like, no, I need a matching set. And so I thought I had ordered Heiress, but I didn't. And then there's the third book, and it's called The Obsidian Door. It's a trilogy. And so she's like, oh, you can just order them from me, and I'll send them to you. And then she added goodies, and like all these little goodies. And then you're like, hold on. This is how adorable her characters are.
They're so cute.
Look how cute they are.
I
I mean,
read
he
the
never
first
has a
one.
shirt on, okay? Love that.
Yeah, I loved the first one. I have not read the second or third one.
Yeah. Oh, I guess this is Eris and the Obsidian Door, and the third one is Immortal Gods. That's what it is. And then I just arc read the spin-off with one of the characters that is in this one. And it's so good. The like mental health rep in it is like, it hurt me. I was like,
Yeah.
I want to tuck this little baby into my, come here, little sweet girl. But I love these two. There's so much tension. This is closed door. So it's YA. Do not expect something spicy. But the tension between these characters.
10 out of 10.
So good. So good. Eris, I'm like, you stop being hot. Get your shirt on and get your shit together. And then she's just like, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And he's like, I want to see you try. And then, well,
yeah.
And then it banters for 3 books, and it's fantastic. And yeah, I love it. Love them, love them, love them. Your turn.
My turn. I have 2 more, but I can make them quick.
Okay.
This one is Rookie by Mistake by Marion Moore. Love Marion.
I was shocked you hadn't had a Marion yet.
Here she is.
There she is. Found her.
This is like a fun little spicy novella. This is a baseball player.
Oh.
I don't know.
Cute.
She's just a college student. I don't know what she does. Baseball player, hot college girl.
Hotness.
Woman. They are old enough to drink, so it's not weird.
Good.
But
good.
The couple of this is Davis and what's her name? I've got a list. Zara.
Oh.
Davis and Zara. Let me tell
I like
you
the
what.
name.
Okay, it's so cute, right?
Yeah.
This is like an auction. They have like a charity night where you can like buy a night with not like a night. It's not supposed to be sexual, but like buy a few hours or like a date with a baseball player. Zara ends up bidding on him and getting him. And boy, oh boy, it gets real fucking spicy. I will tell you what, Marion Moore, she can write the fuck out of some spice. I said this because we mentioned her in our Christmas episodes. This is a spicy book.
2 books by her or just 1?
I think you read 2.
I read the Christmas list and what other one?
That other one.
It wasn't the mistletoe one, was it?
It was either Festival Feud or the Mistletoe Bet. One of the 2.
It might have been the Mistletoe Bet. I think I've read 2, yeah.
You did read 2 from her. But this is a smaller novella. She does have other baseball ones. I wish I could remember them. But yeah, super hot, super spicy baseball romance. Love to see it.
Yes.
Love to see it. Do you want to do your next one?
You can do yours and I'll do my last cop out one.
Okay. This one's on my Kindle. When Liz said that I am deep into hockey, we're not fucking
hard.
I've read 20 books so far this year, and I would say at least 16 of them have been hockey romances.
It's weird when you are outpacing me for reads.
It's been a crazy time for me.
It's been wild. I think I was at 14 for February or for January, and maybe I'm at 20. I don't know. I don't think so, but yeah, you're outpacing me. All because of hockey romance.
I will say I'm at 22 in total because this year I told myself if I buy a physical copy book, I'm gonna read it. And so I've read 2 fits, so 22. Wild.
I am doing the same thing.
We might run out.
I'm reading. That's my goal is I'm trying to read at least one of my physical books. If not, I have to read 1 a month. That's the minimum. But I'm trying to read 1 a week right now. And so I did read 1 this past week, and it was Crossroads.
Oh, great. I think I had to add that one because you told me that I might like it.
Yeah, because it's another contemporary romance that I liked. Weird.
This one is Behind the Net.
I have seen that one around.
I have read pretty much all of Stephanie Archer's books at this point. Love her. Her and Chelsea Curto. I've been just flip-flopping between the 2. But Behind the Net, it's Pippa and Jamie.
I I wish I was this inventive with names.
Yeah, I was like, love
I'm
these. Pippa and Jamie, it's kind of like a work relationship because she's his assistant. He is a hockey player. But she does come and live with him as well.
Mm.
And I am telling you, he has been wanting her, but she had like a boyfriend or whatever. And so like, but damn hot. I will say the type of hockey players that I like are ones that like get the female main characters there. Does that make sense? Like across the finish line? Because a lot of the books I've been reading, the women like aren't like super secure in what they want, what they like, but goddamn, they find out.
They learn. They learn.
Pippa, they do. So, damn. Yeah. We're going to end on a brilliant one. I'm excited.
Which one?
The
My
weird
last one?
Yeah.
This one? Because I love Lily and Theo so much.
Shamelessly promote that bitch.
I love them so freaking much. And like I am working on book 2, obviously. And the like change in the characters and like Theo specifically, like his arc between 1 and 2, like from the very beginning of this book and to the end of Beneath the Veil. Love it. But their like devotion to each other and like I love them. I just love them.
You won't get this reference, but I want to mention it to Ariel later about Theo. Anybody that's watched Arcane, there is a character named Jace. And I'm wondering if Theo is going to pull a Jace where he goes through some really traumatic shit and comes out like, not dark, but he has this like a darkness surrounding him in a way. I don't know. We'll talk about it later, but make a point that I bring it up to Ariel. I'm also going to send you pictures of what I mean.
Okay.
But,
well, I think in the very beginning, I've always said that, like, what if you had a morally gray FMC who brings the MMC to the dark side?
Hell yeah.
So that's what the duet is about, is you have... But it's also, like, questioning who is actually the bad people, because...
That's so real. That's so true.
But it is... I love these two. I think it's because it's such a forbidden love, right? Like, they're not supposed to be together. They have, like, everything against them. And they still fight to be together.
They fight and they fuck, guys.
They fight and they fuck. She punches him in the face, and he then cannot control himself.
The things that happen between those two, guys.
So good.
Yeah. Look at, you're right there. You're always in shot in my episodes. I always try to make sure you're in shot. I also want to praise...
Special edition arrived, right? I sent that to you, right?
It did, yeah. It's up. It's up with my blue ones.
I was like, wait a second. I sent that to you, right? Because I marked it as shipped.
It's not on my shelf. It's on my kitchen counter.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Mine are all upstairs.
I'm going to do an unboxing video, even though I've actually already unboxed it. But I want to talk about In the Shadows for a sec. First off, I want Nyx to be my Valentine this year. Love my partner, but Nyx is my Valentine.
He's so grumpy.
If you guys love, because I would say Theo and Lily have this like really kind of a little bit of a spoiler, but they have love. Like it's a true romance story, and then it gets super spicy and just a lot of trauma. Shadow mommy doing shadow mommy things.
Yeah.
Shadow mommy.
When we were talking about deep end and we're talking about BDSM, there's more BDSM in this one than there is in that one. Mainly because she is a shadow mommy who likes to tie people to beds.
Again, there's levels. This one is a bit higher.
Yes.
Depending on what you like.
That is like here, and that's like up here.
Yes. Again, everybody's levels are different, but if you are someone that tends to like more like erotic.
Yes. But also, I will mention that in the very beginning of all of my books, you will get a breakdown of the chapters, and it does say BDSM chapter. So you can read up until you can assume things are happening, and then you can just skip.
Correct. Yeah.
So, but yes, I love Lily, and I love Theo, and I love their dynamic. And, like, Nyx is fantastic. I love, like, they're not in a relationship, but I love Nyx and Lily together as well. They're best friends. Like, you don't get a lot of platonic like male
soulmates.
female, and like
Yeah.
these two, the banter between them, freaking love it. And it's funny because like as I'm writing book 2, I realize like I need comedy in like the most inopportune situations. So like there's like she's like kind of like nervous about something and he does something really funny and I'm just like, we're not supposed to be laughing right now, okay?
This
This is
deal
not
with
the
our
time.
drama. This we make jokes.
That's pretty
Dark
much
humor.
what it is. Dark humor, completely. So yes, I love them. I love Lily and Theo.
I could
They
go
will
into
always have
heavy
my heart.
detail. Heavy detail about these characters.
Heavy detail.
I've
It's just
also
too much.
I've been begging Liz to write me personally, not for the world, just very inappropriate scenes between our devout characters, Lily, Theo, and Nyx.
Yeah.
But yes, Lily and Theo are platonic soulmates. It's not like that.
No.
Theo
and
Lily.
Every time a threesome is mentioned, I have horrible screams in my head of character.
I have horrible screams, but they're
good screams. I mean, Nyx is like vomiting in a corner. Theo just runs the opposite direction, and Lily's just laughing hysterically.
Don't worry, guys. If you're a part of this cult of wanting the threesome, Justine and I are running it.
You are. She's like,
DM
and then they all
us.
bang. And I was like, no. I'm like, I want to write a threesome, but not with these three. Nope.
Ooh, but I'm gonna be honest. Side note though, you would write a good threesome.
I plan on writing one. It's gonna be one of the ones that go to KU only.
You would write the shit out of like a Why Choose, I think. Love to see that. Anyway, guys.
It'll be fun. Eventually. Let me get through the another 10,000 books I have to write first.
Yeah, she's
and
got
then
a lot
I have
of
a whole plethora of just straight KU books under a different name. So
yeah.
Or maybe I should just keep them under one name so I don't have to manage multiple social medias.
Honestly. I would just say, everybody, we gave you a range of books. Some spicier than others. Of course, we also had some dark romances, so read your trigger warnings.
Yes, trigger warnings. And I'm a big person on trigger warnings. Like there's who was it that posted Cat recently? Novel Reads or whatever. I can't remember her name right now, but it's Cat. She's on the straight team. I can't remember her name, but she posted about Rachel Myers, Knights of Obsidian, I think is what the name of the book is. It is a dark romance, and I've heard that it is dark. And I'm like, I want to support Rachel because Rachel is also an Ohio author, and she's also, I believe, going to Villains and Vixens. And she is, I'm in a couple of different groups with her. She's a fantastic person. I adore her. But I don't know if I can read her book. And I said this to her the other day. I was like, I don't know if I can read your book, honey. I don't know if the triggers are too triggering for me. Because, like, I don't read dark romance. She's like, you'll be fine, but don't read it if you don't feel comfortable. Like, see, I try to step out of my, like, zone. Like, there's, Feather So Vicious is one that is supposed to be very dark. And, like, we're going to try it. But I'm not a dark romance person, so read your trigger warnings. Sometimes they're just too much. And
right. Yeah.
So.
And there's no, and like, that's the thing is like, you're really respectful when it comes to it. You give it a shot. And if it's not for you, it's not like a we're shitting on the book thing. It's just like, this simply was not my kinks to enjoy.
I just go, nope, that's not mine. And I walk away from it.
Yeah. And see, gang, that's what it's all about. That's how you fucking do it. Most of these books are obviously romance oriented. Of course, there's somewhere romance is the subplot. But again, don't shame people for loving romance. You know?
Understand. I never understand the mentality of even like shaming anyone for reading any specific genre. I don't get it. And so if you do that, please explain yourself, because psychologically speaking, like I don't have the brain power to worry about anybody else's shit. Okay? I don't. But you see all these books back here? I don't have time. Yeah. I'm supposed to be reading these.
Yeah. But also, like, don't explain yourself, because I honestly don't want to hear.
I don't give a shit.
I don't want to hear a bullshit answer. I just wanted to touch base on that, because I think, like, multiple creators have been, like, shitting on romance readers, and it's just weird because I saw someone comment that they said you don't see smut readers making fun of people that read literally anything else, and that's true. And if that happens, then they're just like, that's shitty. But the community, the community is not trying to shit on other books. We just want to read people fucking.
So we just want to read what we want to read, like, and especially I feel like right now it's a huge topic, and it's like so triggering to a ton of people. It's like it's the same rhetoric. It's the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
it's gross. Let's stop doing that.
Yeah, and I don't want to touch grass, just so everybody knows. If I'm gonna touch grass, it's gonna be in like a fictional field where there's like dragons and fae people frolicking and like doing the dirty. That's the grass that I'm gonna touch. I don't want to go outside.
Like, there's no grass out there right now. It's ice.
It's snow
for me. It's snow and ice. I'm not touching that.
Yeah. Like, you are supported here for whatever you read. You're supported here. It's fucking crazy.
I mean, just based on our recommendations, like, you can tell that we're not specific to a genre, like to I wouldn't even call it a genre, because it'd be more of like a level. So like YA, NA, adult. We read all of them. And then we also read across genres within romance. And so here is a safe space. We read everything from closed door, barely even kissing, to basted.
Yeah.
I said that specifically to see Carrie's face go.
Yeah, guys, we truly read it all. And I really mean that. So yeah, we would love to know your favorite couple and who your book couple Valentine would be this month. We'd love to see it.
Who are you having a threesome with?
You know? Someone had to ask. You know?
What is it? I just me. Okay, help it.
But yeah, that's it. We've done it. Close us out, girl.
I will. So, as a reminder, read what you want and don't be a dick.
Love you. Happy Valentine's Day, babies.
Happy Valentine's Day.